In this video, I want to talk about how to decide what to study. I guess this video is aimed at younger individuals that are finishing school, that are maybe getting to the end of their school career, and they need to decide what they're going to be doing next. You know, whether they're going to go to university or to college, or if they're going to take a gap year, or if they're going to, start working immediately. And the reason I wanted to make this video is because looking back at that time of my life, I actually found that really challenging. What I did after school was I studied in Cape Town at the University of Cape Town. I studied 4 years. I got a degree in business science and with a major in marketing. And I do not regret that at all. I know there are different schools of thought when it comes to degrees. I know in America and in South Africa, individuals and families will take on debt to fund tertiary education, which can be very harmful later in their life when they need to repay that. And there are different opinions about how valuable degrees are. Some people will heavily recommend against going to a university and getting a degree because you are essentially trading 4 years of your life and you paying for the education, and at the end of all of that you might not be guaranteed a job. So there are definitely schools of thought. I'm somewhere in the middle. I definitely see the value of a degree, especially if you're wanting to become a lawyer or a doctor or one of the professions that heavily rely on a degree. But then on the other hand, I strongly believe that if you are pursuing a profession that doesn't require a specific degree, that spending 3 to 4 years and spending a whole bunch of money on your education might actually be a waste. I think what would be better for certain professions would be to get an apprenticeship and to work with someone to learn the craft and learn the skill. It's more about learning how to do it and not learning about all the theory like becoming a lawyer or a doctor. In this video, I just wanted to think back a bit to the time when I was going through this phase of my life where I was finishing up school and I needed to decide what to do. And at the time, I remember I was really passionate about music. I wanted to pursue music full time. I wanted to possibly study film. I wanted to possibly study sound engineering. Even maybe music was one idea. I really enjoyed the arts, but I also knew that, studying the arts might lead me down a path where I'd end up not having a job or being good at something but not being good enough at something to kind of get to the top. What I also realized over that period of time was that I really enjoyed working on the internet. I really enjoyed creating something out of nothing. At the time we had recorded and we self-funded and self-released an album. We had gotten a distribution deal. We were organizing shows and I really enjoyed all of that whole sort of management and business. I remember specifically going to UCT to the open day where all the different faculties kind of open their doors and they try and lure in the students that are hopefully going to register for the new year. And I went to all the different faculties. I was probably going to study engineering, biology, maybe the arts. To be honest with you, I was a little bit all over the place. And this is why I'm making this video, because I remember back then I was in a space where I was a little bit confused and overwhelmed, I guess. So on that day, I went to the open day, I went into all the faculties, I went to each and every faculty and department. And the last one I went into was commerce. And I remember they had, put up this whole show which looked like sort of a red carpet, like Hollywood, with, lights and cameras. And and it kind of attracted me because I liked that whole thing with showmanship and playing in a band and enjoying the arts. And I got myself a couple of brochures, and for some reason, what I never thought I would sign up for, I ended up signing up for. And so yeah, that's how I got into studying business science and marketing. And I enjoyed most parts of my studies. There were definitely courses that I didn't really identify with, and I did have, at times I had thoughts of dropping out and pursuing something else, but I went through with it, which I highly recommend. If you start something, it's always good to finish it. But I think it's different for different people, right? It depends what you're aiming for in life. I also know that the world is changing a lot. The school system and the university system, I believe, have been designed to kind of funnel people into specific professions and jobs. If you're going to be pursuing something very specific, then you might not need to, get that degree or go and study 4 years to have a piece of paper. That's not really going to help you. I think often what really works well is acquiring skills and learning from those that have already achieved something that you want to achieve. And for me, I know for a fact that even through high school and university, on the side, I was learning about the internet, I was learning about marketing, I was learning about web development, I was learning about WordPress, I was learning about email marketing, social media. A lot of the skills that I use these days to earn a living have been skills that I learned myself through the internet, and they haven't been things that I've learned at university. The other piece of advice that I wanted to share was, it's really great trying different things, right? Like, don't feel the pressure to make a specific decision straight out of high school to decide that, oh, I want to become a doctor or a lawyer or a firefighter or a whatever. Like, take that pressure off and obviously choose something that you're going to do, but like, explore. Like, if you sort of just coming out of high school, you have time on your side, so you can explore different professions, or at least different areas or different interests. And that's definitely also something that I did, where I tried my hand at various different things, and some of them didn't work and some of them worked better than other things, but I've kind of, paved my own way, and that's what we all need to do at the end of the day. If possible, learn from someone that's already succeeding in what you want to do. Like, what you can achieve in life is all up to you. Don't let other people's limiting beliefs and expectations hold you back, and also don't let your own limiting beliefs hold you back. The world's your oyster. Often you can find hacks and ways around, workarounds to speed up a learning process, to acquire skills, to generate cash flow, to make some money in order to fund something that you want to try. Just explore and don't just accept a given path. I wish you the best of luck for exploring and identifying that one thing you want to do, or the different things you want to try. Keep in mind, the world is changing faster than we can imagine. New skill sets or new job opportunities, new markets are opening up every single day. Opportunities have never been better to sort of launch your own business, start an online business, develop your own 1,000 true fans. I made a video about that, definitely check that out. If you have any questions on this topic, I always welcome questions, and I welcome any discussions we can have in the comments below. If you like this video, if you found it useful and helpful, give me a like, and I look forward to chatting to you soon. Cheers.